Hi friends, I hope you have a beautiful day. I'm Eva, and in this video I would love to talk about just some things that I thought about recently. So the first one is that whenever someone is going raw vegan or vegan, everyone has something different that they are dealing with. So everyone has different challenges. So for example, my biggest challenge was definitely that I had to learn to accept myself, to be like, no, I want to be raw vegan. This is me. I love fruit. I love to eat raw. It makes me feel my best. So for me, definitely social situations have been and still are a little bit more complicated, a little bit more difficult to deal with because it's much bigger than that. Because when you go raw vegan, it's kind of also like doing a protest to say like, this is me. I love to eat this way. I know it's different from what people normally eat or how people normally act or view the world, but this is me. I accept myself, and even if you don't accept me, if you don't agree with me, if you have not the similar point of view, that is okay. I will still accept your point of view, and I will still live my point of view, and I will still be raw vegan or vegan. And that was definitely something that I had to learn, that I had to learn to have this grip. And I think that's just very important because I consider myself to be quite young, so I'm 20 years old, and I turned raw vegan when I was like 17 years old. So not fully raw vegan, but definitely like 95% or something. So I think that was just because I was quite young that I had to deal with it. And for example, other people have to deal with different challenges. So for example, other people who are maybe 40, 50 years old and they want to go vegan, they maybe struggle the most with just maybe they smoked a lot, so they struggle the most with quitting smoking. And I think that's just so interesting, and that's just very important to understand, okay, what is it that is the biggest challenge for me to figure that out and to really deal with it and to really sit with yourself and just say like, in my case, I accept myself. If nobody loves me, it's fine because I love myself. And when you, for example, are addicted to cheese or addicted to bread or addicted to salt or meat or smoking, that you sit with yourself and say like, no, I'm going to stop this. I think that's just really important. And another thing that I thought about, because recently I thought about like fruit festivals and how much they have changed my life. And I think especially the first one. So my first fruit festival was when I went to Spain in 2018, and it just completely blew my mind because, as I said, like I struggled a lot with accepting myself, with saying, with just thinking or think that I have self-worth. And this festival really taught me that I have self-worth, and that's something I'm very grateful for. And it also showed me because like I did raw food for 1 year before I went to this festival, and I was always like not really sure, does it work, does it not work? But when you go to a fruit festival and you see how people thrive on eating a lot of fruit and vegetables, it's just mind-blowing. So I can really highly recommend to go to a fruit festival or go to a retreat. Like there's so many different retreats or fruit festivals out there. Of course you have to like look a little bit which one you can trust, but it's so worth it to spend time with like-minded people. It will just I also thought about that because like the same right now I'm trying to build this online business, and it's like I love it, but I think I would be much more productive if I would spend a lot more time with people who have similar goals and ambitions, because right now I'm also studying, I'm also working, I'm also like, and so many people say like study this or work this and do stuff like this. So I think just spending more time with people who understand your goals and what you want to achieve in life, that is so helpful. So I think it's definitely worth to invest your time in going to courses that you are interested in. And another question that I got asked, am I still raw vegan? Right now I'm raw vegan for 2 months, and I really try to stick to 100% raw vegan. For the next month, I will see. I really hope that I can make it, and I'm really determined to make it. So I will see. The next thing that I think that I struggled with recently was that I turned red. So whenever I go dancing, whenever I do a lot of sports, my face completely turns red. And for me, I've been dealing with this my whole life. And when I was younger, I was super self-conscious about it, because of course, like, everyone is like, oh my god, you're so red, or oh my god, why is your face so red? And I'm just like, I'm dealing with it for my entire life, and it's not something that I can change. It's something that I'm just genetically born with. And it's fine. Like, for me, it's fine. It's not going to affect anyone else. And I think that's the important thing, that you give things meaning. So I could have reacted in two ways. The first way would be like, oh yes, I'm like, I turn red whenever I do sports. I will never do sports with anyone again, because I never want to let anyone see me. That's one possibility that I could choose. Or another possibility that I could choose, be like, just, yes, I cannot change it, this is me, and actually I don't think it's that bad. And I would really hope that I could go back maybe 5 years and tell my younger self that it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to make a big drama out of it, because it's just face color. And I think that's similar, like when you're maybe overweight, or when you're maybe have acne, or when you're maybe just not feeling comfortable in your body. Like, first of all, I really think you're probably very beautiful. And second of all, I really think that it's kind of okay. I mean, you don't have to find yourself completely beautiful all the time, 100%, but you really still have to go after the things that are important to you. For example, I still want to dance. I won't quit dancing just because someone says that I don't look beautiful or something. So, and it's the same for you. If you, for example, overweight and you feel not really comfortable in your body, but you love to go I don't know, hiking with friends, then continue hiking with friends. Definitely go after your passions, for sure. The next thing that I want to talk about is nonviolent communication. I've already made a whole video about it, but I just want to stress how important it actually is in our day-to-day actions that we make, because it is, like, for me at least, it makes the difference to so many situations. For example, I can tell you, when I last week I had to get my mom from the train station, and my mom was so stressed from work, and she was like in a really bad mood because her work was so stressed. And so I drove for half an hour to get her, and she was like super grumpy. And like, I could have like reacted in two ways. The first one was like, to get as grumpy as her, and to just say like, yeah, why are you so grumpy, like, I got you from the train station, you should be grateful or something, which I did not do. But what I did instead, and which I think is one of the main principles of nonviolent communication, is to stay calm, and to just understand that she's now in a grumpy mood, or she's now angry and stressed, and that whatever she says now does not like, it does not really, I should not take it so personally. And so what I did was just stay calm. And then when we were at home, I made her some fruits, I gave her some fruits, and then she was completely fine. And that's how you avoid conflicts. And I always think it's so much better to talk about your conflicts and to talk about the real issues when everything is calm, and when everyone can just talk about those problems in a non-violent way. So if you want to learn more about non-violent communications, I would highly recommend you to check out this video, because I really explain a lot about non-violent communication. And the last thing I really have to talk about this, is the question that I get so often is like, why am I still single? That's an interesting question. And first, I want to say, being single is like, not being in a relationship is not bad. I mean, like, people, I don't know why, but people say like being single is like you're not desirable, or there's something wrong with you or something. For me, why am I still single? First, I'm going to go abroad. Oh, I'm going to go abroad in 1 month, so, or in 2 months. So starting a relationship now is probably a very bad decision, because I don't want to have a long distance relationship, because I think it's just very awful actually. That's the first reason. And the second one is just I haven't really found someone that I trust, that I find attractive, and that I, not just find attractive on a physical level, but on also a psychological level. And I also believe, at least for me, I'm a person, at least in this period of my life right now, that I just want something that starts very slow, because I've just made the, how to say, the experience with someone that was very fast and that was very painful in the end. So now I just want to have something that is very slow, and yeah, just kind of start a friendship with, and then slowly transition into a relationship maybe. But yeah, I think being single is not a bad thing, and I actually really love my life. Like, I have amazing friends that I'm very grateful for. I have this YouTube channel that I really like to do. I have amazing hobbies. I can earn money. I'm very grateful with the life I have right now, and I want someone, if there's someone in my life, to make my life better in any way, but not to give me so much pain. So that's why I'm just kind of taking it very slow. So this is what I really wanted to talk, and I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. And by the way, before you forget, I also am working on an ebook on how to go vegan. So if you're interested, or if you know anyone, I will post a video once I've created this e-course, but I just wanted to put it out there so that you might be interested. So I really hope that you have a beautiful, wonderful day, and much love, and bye bye.